Good morning, guys. I guess my clock is wrong. Guess we're gonna have to do a little bit of battery changing. I have 3 clocks in the shop, one in this office, one in mine and Esther's office, and one in the main shop right here. Here. Good old Home Depot, they sell the battery packs. There's like 250,000 batteries in here, and they're so much cheaper than they used to be. I remember as a kid, these were like gold. I used to get like 1 battery a month. There was a company in England called Tandy, and it was, I think it was basically Radio Shack, but marketed as a different name, Tandy, and that was kind of like our electronics. In the beginning, it used to sell actually electronics. You could actually buy wire and solder and resistors and stuff like that, and it turned into off-brand DVD players and cell phones. I got basically a gift for Christmas, and it was a battery of the month club, and it was like the first of the month you could choose any battery you wanted. Well, my brother was older than me, so he always used to drum into me, get the 9-volt batteries, the most expensive battery. It's the best value. You know, a AA or a AAA is cheap. The 9 volts, get the 9 volt. At the time, there's nothing I owned at a 9 volt, but I was trying to get the best value, so I had these 9 volt batteries, but now batteries are so cheap. This clock I've had for 20 years. It's amazing. It's made in Mexico. It's where all the racing takes place. So, the trick is, don't take the old battery out. I'd drop it on the floor and put the old battery back in, because that would suck. But as stupid as this sounds, I'm super time conscious. Everything I do in my life, I'm living by the clock. I know someone's gonna say, you shouldn't do that, you should just wing it. Well, I'm all about being on time. So I usually set my clock a minute ahead. Good. Good. Now this one is a minute fast, but I'm gonna replace the battery in it just so it's up to date with the rest. A good friend of mine bought me that clock, Jared from Current Performance Wiring. Check him out. You might see a little bit of him on the channel coming up. There's a little bit of a collab we're gonna do. Check him out. Current Performance Wiring. He bought me that clock about 15 years ago. So these are a really good light too. This is by Energizer, bought it at Home Depot. And it's one of those flashlights. It was like a $20 flashlight. And of course we have a couple of expensive flashlights, but these are sometimes like cars. You don't want to take your really nice car to the movie theater because you can't relax and watch the movie knowing your really nice car is outside. And someone's probably gonna door ding it. But if you've got your old beater, you park it in the parking lot, you enjoy the movie, you don't even remember what car you drove there. This is another good flashlight. A good friend of ours bought us. Don Belcher. It's a rechargeable. It's terrific. It's kind of like a rechargeable flashlight. It's kind of like nitrous. Every time you need it, either the bottle's turned off or it's out of gas. You guys can relate to that. These are one of those, if you're in the middle of working and you got no power, you get your ginormous pack of batteries from Home Depot and you load it back up and you're back up and running. Look at that. These things are amazing. Same with these two. I did a video about flashlights, and it was basically, I just wanted to share what I found to be a good flashlight, but of course in YouTube fashion. It's like if you show someone, hey, this is my favorite color, everybody argues with you and tells you it's not. It's not your favorite color. Your favorite color should be yellow, or it should be green, it should be white. It shouldn't be what you want. It should. It's kind of like the car. You post your car, you get all excited, you wash it, you put it on Instagram, you go, hey look, I've saved this car a long time, it's my favorite car. Everybody tells you, you should have bought this. Does that correct you? It used to upset me. Now it's like setting a trap. You know what I mean? You set the trap and you stand back and you go, who's gonna fall in the trap? It's almost like that. I don't want to be that guy, but it's almost like a post is setting a trap. So this is the book that Esther puts together. When she puts orders together, she fills everything in here and writes it down, has all the information. That way we're ready each day or each week we turn up, we know the next customer that's coming. So I got one of these sheets to fill out. The customer has to sign it. You guys know all that, owning a repair shop. So I like to get here a little bit early so I'm prepared. I never like the customer waiting for me to get there or George to get there. It just doesn't look good. The customer's sitting in his car outside and you pull up like you know, like you own the place. It just doesn't look good. So I like to get here 30 minutes before we're due to open, which for some strange reason on Google, it says we open at 10 o'clock. I don't know where that came from. I don't even know how to change it. But we don't open at 10 o'clock, we open at 8. And typically we're here at 7:30. George is here. Depends when he drops off his kid. Sometimes it's here at 7:45. Sometimes it's here at 8:15. Just depends on traffic and dropping people off. But we're cool with that. We're pretty laid back here. Plus George, if he comes in half an hour late, it always feels like he should make up time. So it's kind of like that give and take. We always give a little bit more than we take, and that way everybody gets a little bit more. Okay, so the Corvette, we're kind of working it in between things. It's about 99% done. The new exhausts are on. These are the factory mufflers with the NPP, which I don't know what NPP stands for. Somebody can comment below. But it means it has that valve. It can open and close. It goes from loud to quiet mode. The Acro axle back has that too. We have to change the tips. If you're watching the series, you'll see that. I just got a hold of a new tuner. Let me switch the lights on here. Get ready. Get ready. So I just got a hold of a new tuner that was recommended to me. I'll talk to him, and if he wants to go on the channel, and if he's as good as everybody says he is, I'll try and promote him and get him some of our viewers and some more people watching him if he has a channel. But he's an LS tuner. He's supposed to be really familiar with this platform, so that will save me a ton of time. Now, it's that analogy that somebody once described to me, and when they described it to me, it didn't make sense. I couldn't get it around my head. Let's say you have a little bit of a water leak at your house. You got a dripping pipe. The plumber goes, yeah, it's 60 bucks to come out, or 100 bucks, whatever it is, and 50 bucks to fix the leak. Well, my mindset was 150 bucks for a leak. You gotta be joking. I can fix that for like 50 bucks. Well, if it's a Saturday and you have absolutely nothing going on, that might make sense. But let's say it's during the week. You leave work, you go home, you look and you go, ah, it's a little drip right there. You know, you put your pliers on it, you crank it. It doesn't fix it. You go to Home Depot, you buy a whole bunch of stuff that looks like the parts that you need. You spend 50 bucks, you got a bag full of pipe. You go back, you take it apart, you get water all over the counter. You find out where the water stop is, you start putting it together. One of the fittings is wrong, or it needs a U-bend and you got the wrong, you've been there. Long story, you go back and forth to Home Depot 5 times. You know the cashier on first name basis. You know Joe in plumbing section because you know the stock as well as he does because you've picked it all up and got this. And meanwhile, you spent 150 bucks on parts. You took half the day or a full day off work, and you've got water all over the place. So it's 8:20. I just called the customer and he goes, yeah, I'll be there right as you open. He's got it down for 10 o'clock. How does Google suddenly go, ah, you know what, you're opening at 10? How does that happen? So, as you can see, I'm a little upset. So I want to go ahead and Google, find out how you change that, because we set appointments up and then people check in and, you know, they're trying to do the right thing at 10 o'clock. Sure enough, it says closed, opens at 10. What the heck? Yeah, maybe I can suggest this. So closed Saturday and Sunday. I really need a tech guy. How do you add or remove hours? Put that to 5:30 because people, if you tell them 6, they will get here at 6:01 and go, hey, I'm here. All right, so we open at 8 o'clock, guys. All right, so it said change it and then take a picture of your office hours and we'll see what we can do. So hopefully that works and we can get that changed. It says over here somewhere it's under review, but I printed out the office hours. We have it from somewhere back. Womply. The heck is that? Alright guys, it's the end of the day. I'm going home. I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you enjoy what you see. If you do, give us a big thumbs up and subscribe. And don't forget, stay positive, and we'll see you on the next video.